For all your mobile bartending needs, both public and private, reach out to Drinks Galore. They provide a wide range of package deals available on their website, drinksgalore.com. Book Drinks Galore. Cheers and enjoy. Tap in with Black Creative Productions, a Black-owned media company focused at creating original and captivating media. From commercials to photo shoots to publications, we have all the tools that you need to build your business up. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Black Creative Productions to see all of the latest drops. Black Creative Productions, we are media.
What's up, everybody? I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. I think it's just not doing what it's supposed to do. What's up, everybody? Robin E checking in on a brand new episode of Pillow Talk Podcast. As always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in with your girl. Okay, we back here in the purple room with it. It's fall time like a motherfucker right now, okay? But I'm super excited to have this guest on the show. Make sure that you guys are tapped in with me on YouTube at Robin Yvette, Facebook, Pillow Talk Podcast, and of course, Twitter, E93 Robin. Anytime your girl go live, that's always where I'm going live with it. So I'm just sharing my shit because, I got to make sure y'all always talking about y'all know where to find things. Super excited to have this guest on the show today. We were supposed to lock in a little bit earlier, but things happen. But we re-rocked it. We routed it back. So I'm super excited to have him on. VA-based hip-hop producer, engineer, cartoonist, just all around fire ass man. Okay, we got the Mark of Buddha in the building. What's good?
Glad to be here. Appreciate it.
Yes, definitely excited to have you on. Appreciate you for coming through.
Yes, indeed. All the divine timing,
Yes, divine timing for sure, for sure. Now, people definitely want to know a little bit about you. We got to know first off the meaning behind the name, okay? Now, what does Mark of Buddha mean to you? What does that signify as far as your name? What does that signify?
All right, first, I'm going to start out like this. I don't know if y'all can see it, but see this mark on my forehead? That's the mark of Buddha, right? Because I don't know if anybody that's watching or you yourself have seen the movie How High with Method Man and Red Man, but there was a character on there named Ivory, and there was the scene where like he had this mark on his head, and he went to go ask out this girl, and she asked what was the mark on his head. He said it's the mark of Buddha. And he made it like a joke out of whatever. So like growing up, I always had this mark on my head because unfortunately when I was a kid, I actually fell out of a basket when I was like 3 years old, like a grocery basket. Yeah, because I was standing up in the cart. Yeah, and then I fell over and then just hit the concrete. Like everything went black. So this mark came from that. And growing up, where I'm from, like niggas like to just crack jokes on each other. You know what I'm saying? Roast each other and shit. So whenever they crack on me, they be like, "Oh, that's why you got the mark of Buddha." Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the name pretty much came from. But unbeknownst to me, I grew up and actually, learned about spirituality within my own journey of life and came closer to, just, inner wisdom, primordial wisdom, a lot more deeper esoteric knowledge.
Nice. Okay, hold on. We like that, okay? We like the deeper meaning for sure. We like that. And fuck them niggas that was making fun of you. Kids are cruel. Kids are
Yeah,
really just evil as fuck.
exactly.
But I like
Very,
that.
yeah. It's destiny, I guess.
Evil, evil. No, I like that. That's dope. So you are born and raised Richmond, Virginia, or did you move there?
Born and raised, Richmond native here. Yeah, Richmond native.
Oh, I think it cut out a little bit. What'd you say?
I said born and raised, Richmond native. Can you hear me?
Okay, born and raised.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay, okay. So you've always been involved kind of then with like Virginia music and kind of like the sound that represents, where you're from.
Yep. Yeah, it's the roots right here.
Nice. Okay, I'm fuck with that. Now, see, you're out in Virginia, so definitely it's a different sound. So being out there, how would you say Virginia, or Richmond specifically, is different from, say, Chicago or the Midwest?
That's a good question. All right, I'm gonna bring up Sway because he actually mentioned us some years back. He said Richmond is actually the nucleus of the hip hop culture because a lot of the sound, like you know how Timberland and Pharrell is from Virginia. We literally changed the whole sound of the industry. You know what I'm saying? Single handedly, Missy Elliott. You know what I'm saying? It's all Virginia.
Mm,
So like our production, we take the production up to the next level. Of course, New York got their producers, Chicago got their producers, Atlanta got their producers, but what I'm saying? I just feel like Richmond and Virginia, what I'm saying? Like we just take it to the next level when it comes to the percussion and just overall quality. But it's what I'm saying? It's love everywhere though, what I'm saying? I love all the sounds from all over because at the end of the day it's all hip hop, it's all rap, you know what I mean? So
facts.
yeah.
Facts. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm definitely gonna clap it up for Pharrell and Timberland and Missy. But I love me some Pharrell. I definitely love Pharrell. He is the
Yeah.
one of the best, I feel like, producers
Okay.
like ever. Like for sure. I
Right.
love that. So I mean, you have a lot of titles that you hold. You are a musician, a producer, an audio engineer, and I see a cartoonist.
hmm Yeah. The
Okay,
kind
you're doing a
yeah.
lot. You're dabbling in a lot right there.
Yeah, many trades, many skills, you know what I'm saying? Not both, it's just, the story of my life. It just happened like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I fuck with that. I like that. I definitely like that you have multiple skills, multiple interests that you're into, and they kind of still all, coincide together as far as like expression. So, I
Right.
mean, growing up for you, out of all the things that you did, what were, or I should say, which one of these, means the most to you?
I like that question right there. Damn, I have to really ponder that one right there. I'd say they all mean equivalent, like equally, because like you said, they all form of expression. So drawing, honestly, like that's my first skill set. Like my mama, like she gave me like a Dalmatians. Let me take the mask off a little bit. Like she gave me a Dalmatians like coloring book or something when I was like 2 years old and taught me how to trace. And at that point, it was over. At that point, like I started tracing like the little dogs and started tracing other books I had as a little toddler. And then growing up in the 90s, you know what I'm saying, with the Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff, I started trying to draw those characters. And that's how I crafted my skill. Like I just do repetition in that trial and error, just drawing over and over. So like drawing for real, like it's the most close to me because it's my first skill set that kind of gave way to all the other skill sets, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Thanks. Okay, with the young skills. I always wish I could draw, man.
For real. Hey, you can do it. It just take patience for real. That's all.
That shit is hard as fuck to do. But no, I like that. I think that's super dope. And that just shows that you're able to, yeah, really tap in with that, creative aspect. I like that. So also, into the music, obviously producing, audio engineering. Growing up for you, was there like one album in particular or just one song that really, pushed you more into focusing on music?
Mm. Now,
Did it cut out?
nah, nah.
Uh oh. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I heard you. What happened?
Oh, okay. I'm making sure. I'm making sure because I don't know what's going on with my internet's acting weird.
No word. Nah, I can hear you loud and clear. But yeah, I heard a question. When I was younger, like the music that really captivated me was from like video games for real, like Crash Bandicoot, like all that PlayStation. Like I had a PlayStation when I was little, so like that was when I was really like exposed to music on like a more intimate level. Cause like what I would do is I would like pause the game, and like when you pause the game, it'll have the music playing. So like it had some like tunes that drew me to it. So I would just pause it and just would listen and like would be captivated by it, even though I was a kid with no understanding of music or anything whatsoever. So that's what pretty much formed my love for music. But going into like high school, that's really what got me into like making the music. Like particularly Adult Swim programming, like Cartoon Network, like that late night program, Adult Swim. They used to play like snippets, like real short snippets of like some dope underground beats and hip hop beats and just hip hop music. And that's the shit that captivated me to where, what I'm saying, it led me to finding the ultimate producers like Jay Dilla, Nuja Best, Fat John, like all these other like underground producers that, really get the light of day, barely get the light of day. But I got heavily immersed into that, and that's what pretty much cultivated my taste in my sound and just music in general. Because I started producing that same year, I discovered these producers. You know what I'm saying? Not even like intentionally, it just happened like kind of happenstance, like that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Hold on. Let me check this real quick because it's cutting out just a little bit. Hold on 1 second. Just
But,
gonna refresh it. Hold on. I want to make
uh,
sure that.
screen just popped on. Should be able to chat on everything. Guess I'm gonna have to wait till she pop back on here. I'm not sure what's going on. But,
Okay. All right. So sorry. I had to just refresh the shit because you was talking good and it was cutting out and that was really irritating me. So I apologize for that. Sorry, y'all. I feel like it's clear now. It feels like it's clear. So I gotta have you answer the question again because I didn't get to hear. I know you were speaking about high school and things of that nature. So I'm sorry. Can you just repeat the answer? Because I know it was real good and I didn't get to hear it.
no, that's all good. Now what I was saying is like my taste in music really was cultivated during high school because that was the time, particularly 10th grade, because that was the time where I discovered like the dopest producers of all time, like Jay Dilla, Nuja Best, Fat John, and like a myriad of other unknown or underground producers that barely get the light of day. So like I got heavily immersed into their music, and their music crafted my sound. And basically, from there, what I'm saying, like I started producing, but it wasn't intentionally like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start making beats because I'm listening to this. It was just more so like just happenstance. Like I already had two homeboys in high school that was making beats since like sixth grade, and I would always listen to their stuff. I would like make little instrumental albums out of the beats they would give me and just listen to them. And so I was always a beat junkie since like middle school, but coming from them, like I knew what program they used, which was FL Studio. So I, took it upon myself to download FL Studio during computer class in 10th grade. And
Mm.
once I did that, that's when I started playing around with it. And like I said before, the joint cut off or whatever, like I discovered Nugent and Jay Dilla music during that same time. So like it was just like their music drew me to them, and at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just fucking with the sounds of myself. So like it just naturally led to me just ending up, what I'm saying, becoming what I am today, for real, for real.
Nice. Okay. See now, so you're self-taught
Yeah,
by
yeah.
seeing other people.
Right, I ain't had no music class. None of that. It was. I'm gonna tell you how I learned how to make beats. I'm gonna tell y'all how learn how to make beats. It's this Japanese cartoon that used to come on Adult Swim named Samurai Champloo. The music on it was dope as fuck, but like the intro was what captivated me as a kid. Like just seeing that dope ass animation and art style and shit. So like I downloaded the soundtrack to that series, and it's all beats, it's all hip hop beats. So like I'm listening to it, and there's this one beat on that was made by this Japanese hip hop group named Force of Nature. The track is so dope. Like I was just laying in bed listening to it because it's like some real chill, laid back type of beat. So I was listening to it, and I would just count how many times the drum would hit, like the snare drum, and I noticed that the loop it'll loop. What I'm saying, every 4 bars. I had no knowledge of like bars, measures, and all this other music terminology back then at 17. But
Mm.
listening to that myself and then emulating what I heard, that's how I learned how to make the beats for myself the correct way. Because before, it was just all a sound cacophony, if you will, like some catastrophic shit. But that shit got it back in order. Got it in order.
Facts. Yo, that's dope as hell. And that takes a lot of concentration. I mean, I saw in your bio that you mentioned Adult Swim, so I was definitely going to ask you about that. So I'm happy you elaborated on that. But that's hard as hell to do. And that just takes a lot. I feel like so much concentration and practice.
Yeah, it does. It take a long time too, especially with no help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I ain't
So,
had internet either. I was getting shit off of the school computer because they had the internet. I had a computer.
um,
Yeah.
damn. Okay. So what were you only able to make music during school hours?
No, I see the program FL Studio. You can run that on your computer. You don't
Oh,
need,
okay, okay, okay.
but like to get sounds and music and samples and shit, yeah, had to all be from school.
Damn. Hey, that's how you got to get it though. You got to get the resources, when you can.
Exactly.
I say nothing wrong with that. So as you're learning to, produce and just kind of the ins and outs as far as making the music, when was it that you felt comfortable enough to actually put your shit out? Like, okay, I made this beat or, I did this. Like, what was the point where you actually wanted to start putting your stuff out?
It was when I don't know if you heard it before it got cut, but when I was mentioning my 2 homeboys that was making beats since like 6th grade, it was when they started giving me like props on my beats when I would let them hear it. Cause before like both of these like me and my niggas, like we all like just real, like we speak our mind with each other, like it ain't no yes man shit, like it's just all like what it is type shit. So I let them hear it, like, man, it's just some garbage, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like when I started getting that good feedback from them, that's when I got the confidence like, oh, word, I can like go ahead and like make a little project or something, and put that joint out because like when I share it with my boys, like they give me good feedback. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it's time to go ahead and put something out now because you know what I mean, getting the good feedback. So that was like
Nice.
2 years
Okay.
after learning how to do it. So like from 2010 to 2012, because 2012 was when I put out my first instrumental EP called Seven Deadly Woman. I'm gonna revamp that, put that out in the future. But yeah, like that was my first joint. And one of my favorite hip hop producers, like he gave me props on it. Like he heard it and straight up like reached out to me and was like, yo, that shit was dope. Like that was what it took. That was all it took right there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, man,
Yeah.
I'm meant to do this now. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Okay, I'm fucking with that. Definitely. And that definitely probably made you feel good as hell getting that recognition from somebody you fuck with hard.
Exactly, exactly.
That's dope. I love that. Okay. So another thing I also saw on your bio is that jazz was another influence for your music and your sound.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially
Yeah.
jazz. Because I mentioned Nujabes a few times, and I just mentioned Fat John. Their music is heavily like jazz influenced, like all the samples, like how they arrange everything. So like that's the music I was listening to and still listen to mostly. Like so I was taking the same influences. Like I would find out the artists they would sample. Like for instance, like on one of Fat John's tracks, he sampled Herbie Hancock. And when I looked up on the discography joint, like how I found that information, like what album it was or whatever, so I downloaded Herbie Hancock's album. And once I did that, like I was a jazz head, like because I just instantly fell in love with the music. I'm like, damn, I don't even want to flip or sample this. Like I just listen to this shit right here. And it just built on like learning about Miles Davis, John Coltrane, like all the greats, and many others. So yeah, so still to this day, I bump jazz more than anything.
Nice. I'm getting more into jazz now that I'm a little bit older. I feel like for me personally, I didn't understand the beauty of it like when I was younger, but now it's definitely more I get it. But for you personally, what's the one thing that you really love about jazz music? What is it that really connects you to that genre?
It tells a story and it's dynamic. Like if you really listen to jazz with the music players or the musicians, what they were doing was emulating the sounds of their environment with their instruments. You know what I'm saying? So like most of the tracks in jazz are like 8 to 12 minutes long, sometimes 14 minutes long. And it's really just them going into a zone and just playing like it ain't like how like traditional music is all like super like pre what do you call it premeditated or whatever, you know what I mean? Like they just
Facts.
go with the
Facts.
flow, rocking out, yeah. Because this it's our music. Like we are soul people, soul carbon based people. So
Amen.
music just come out like that naturally. We don't have to learn a scale and all these other extra European type shit. Like we just grab the instrument and that shit just come out beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not wrong. No, I love that. Jazz does tell a story. It's so much emotion in it as well too. You can hear it and be feeling super up, and then you can hear something else and you be really in your feelings or just in deep thought. I just love that emotional aspect about it. To me, it's just so much emotion in jazz. Like, I love it.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that. I think
Oh,
that's dope. I think that's super dope. Super dope. So you also kind of describe like a trip hop type of feel, to your music. I mean, you've got jazz influences, you got hip hop influences, rap influences, 80s influences. So if you had to really kind of sum up, what you're giving to music that may be missing right now, what would that be?
soul.
Okay.
Soul. That's listen. They took the soul out of music when they started, getting rid of live musicians. Because first and foremost, these record labels are companies, they're corporations, and a corporation is like the etymological term of corporation. Like the root word is corpus, which means dead. So it's a dead fiction.
Mm,
So they have no soul or essence. So what they do is extract the essence out of us, and they know who we are, as original people, soul-based beings. They extract us and then make profit from it. So, like I was about to allude to, like they took the live musicians out so they can cut on the expenses of putting albums and music out, and then they started bringing in the programming, which is, what me and pretty much 99% of other producers do, which is making beats on either a drum machine or a computer system or software. So when they did that, that's what eliminated, the soul aspect of it, especially in regards to like R&B, because when you listen to the old records from like the Isley Brothers, or Earth, Wind and Fire, Aretha Franklin, like they all had the orchestral like strings behind their music. Like the strings is the air of the music that brings the emotion. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
like you can never really replace that, even though like the music is dope. But like, this is all about design, you know what I'm saying? Like they did it because they know it would lower our collective vibration. And then that's when they
Mm,
started the whole heroin and crack and all that other shit. And now the music today is the crack that's killing us.
Mm. Y'all. Can I get some hearts? Can I get some hearts? Can I get some likes? Now we going to church right now, okay? Now we finna go to church right now. Cause the drugs. No, but I feel that. You're absolutely 100% correct. Like sidetrack note, because let's get real for a second. But yeah, I do love rap, hip hop. But I can see now definitely the effects of constantly listening to negative music.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
literally see it, and now I get what the ancestors were saying as far as just the things that you're putting in your head. And I'll go months without listening to rap music sometimes, just because of that alone.
Yeah. It's a spirit of death that's really pervading in the hip hop, the so-called hip hop music now. It's crazy, but yeah, that's good. You go that long without listening to it because it is an actual spirit that's in that shit that's really possessing niggas and making them like all that drill shit. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's dangerous.
Not wrong, not wrong, not wrong. So as continued on with your producing journey and connecting and working with other people, who are some artists or creators that you've worked with that really like stood out to you recently?
Man, damn, I got a long list of artists for real. You know, both known and unknown. Like my boys, like you know what I'm saying. Like their music ain't released. I got a lot of their music. And they when we start putting it out there, like, that's gonna really shift the whole paradigm. But particularly the cats that's like known and kind of known. First and foremost, Killer Priest, the living legend, Wu Tang Clan. I was saying, got the shirt on now, and shit. But yeah, him, because he all about the knowledge and the wisdom and just teaching. Like he really elevated the minds of a lot of our brothers out here in the late '90s. Him and the whole clan. But him, Kyle Zodiac, is another cat, super lyrical genius. Like both of these dudes, like I got tracks with him. You know what I'm saying? So like, but they not released yet either. But when we drop those, them shit's really gonna change up the sonic airways for real, because some
Okay.
very supreme, powerful music. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice with the name drops right there. I'm definitely gonna try to tap in for sure. I want to hear some different types of sounds and just see what other people are talking about in different areas and stuff. So definitely want
yeah,
to tap in with that. I definitely want to tap in with that. So I
oh yeah,
mean, we're kind of getting into this kind of viral sensation, aspect, I guess, with the music. So I just want to get your opinion on a few things when it comes to that. First off, in your, opinion, your idea, what makes a good music artist? Like what makes a good musician, a good artist?
I like that question. For me, it would be the well-roundedness, excuse me, the versatility and the ability to put out consistent work. Like that would be my definition of a good artist. Like somebody that's not only able to like write a song but perform and sing it or rap it well, as well as what I'm saying, just really have their whole style defined to where it's like when you hear him, everybody know like, oh yeah, that's so and so. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay, I like that. I like that. You definitely gotta have your own little swagger, your own little look to you, your own little, delivery. I fuck with that. Okay. Now,
Mhm.
as a producer as well, what do you feel like is required to make a good song? What are some key elements that make a song good, essentially?
I like that question too. Key elements to making a song good is the catchiness, the vibe, and the intent of the song. That's what it is for me. Cause like like we're in the age where anybody can make music. Like all you gotta do is download some software and maybe
Okay.
get some. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody can make this shit now. So you gotta really have an intent behind what you're doing, and not only that, but a message as well as quality. Like that's what I'm really big on when it comes to like music production and just producing for artists.
Yes. Okay, because what? It's the intent for me. It's the intent for me. Okay, he said you need to have intent with your shit. There's never been a more truer statement ever said than right there. Very
Word,
true. Because right, words are magical, words are powerful. They have a lot of influence.
True indeed.
Like,
The word
yeah,
creates the universe. Exactly.
facts. I love that you said that. I definitely love that. Now, another thing that's kind of been going on, in music is this whole industry plant, type of notion. You got Ice Spice, Ice Mocha, I don't know, whatever her name is. And there's just been this whole commotion of her, being an industry plant, Glorilla. And I actually love her, not no shade. But in your opinion, do you feel like industry plants are a real thing?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They definitely are. They definitely are. Shit. I think T Pain had mentioned like the formula or whatever before and with that show, Everyday Struggle. Like,
Oh,
yeah, he had mentioned that before. So like, yeah, they definitely are industry plants. And truth be told, a lot of the people that we're very familiar with, like a good percentage of them are industry plants. Keep it all the way a billion. I mean, because at the end of the day, these record label execs, they got an agenda. You know what I'm saying? So the
mhm.
artists that you see that's promoting a certain agenda or lifestyle message, you already know, like they more than likely compromise to some degree.
Facts. Big facts. Definitely. I definitely agree with that 100%. With us knowing that there's industry plans out there, do you feel like more, musicians or creators should just continue to stay independent, or should we still, be aspiring to get these semi okay deals?
Yeah, we gotta stay independent. We gotta create our own goddamn industry for real. That's where I'm at with this shit. 'Cause that shit is a trap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, like for real. Like, so I say like the Dame Dash approach. You know what I'm saying? The Master P approach. Like, just do your own thing, create your own platform, and you ain't gotta worry about losing anything. You know what I'm saying? Because if you feel losing something, you already defeated. You know?
Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. I fuck with that. I definitely want to stay independent.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not an artist per se, but publishing things like of that nature, that's something that, yeah, I'm gonna like, you feel me? Y'all gonna
yeah.
have to break some real bread, or it's that. But yeah, I think I definitely, it's a movement. It's a movement. So I mean, even though you're out there in, Virginia, do you have any plans to come towards the Midwest or any other regions and continue to expand on your sound?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I meet some artists out there or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like when I travel, it's all business related. The last place I traveled to was Japan, like before the pandemic.
Oh shit.
I had a show out there, but the airplane actually got me there a day after the show, so I missed it. But I ended up kicking it with the homies out there and shit, and just what I'm saying, vibing out and just having a good time. But that's definitely the next place I gotta get back to because they want me back over there. But but yeah, the Midwest, I definitely want to check that out, see what's good over there. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, Illinois, Atlanta, especially because I already got people down there. Um, in LA, yeah, because like most of like my people's over there too that I fuck with like on this music tip.
Nice. Okay, because hold on, back up. You went to Japan. First off, I don't understand how that happened. Somebody should have been held accountable. The fact that you missed the show, but you was in Japan, my nigga. That's lit. So,
Yeah.
what did you eat while you were there? Was you about that life, or was you being scared? What did you eat?
That's my second home for real. You know, I speak a little bit of Japanese, but I read and write it more better than I can speak it because
That's so cool. I want to hear some Japanese.
Nani yo mashida. Nani yo nande. I'm asking like what? Huh? This means yeah. Onegaishimasu. Yeah, it's interesting being over there because when I first got on the train from the airport, I ended up talking to this Japanese lady, this middle-aged Japanese lady, and when she was talking to me, my brain was hearing her in English, but she's speaking Japanese. Like when that shit happened, I was like, wow, all these years of studying this language, this shit came through for me. Like, yo, that's crazy.
Wow, that's super dope. Like that seems like such a hard language, but I mean, once you, because you know how to write it, so you know like the symbols and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard ass language. That language hard as fuck.
Yeah,
Musica,
that's
mucha musica. Yeah, that means very hard in Japanese.
okay. But you didn't tell us what you ate though.
Oh yeah. Hey, you won't believe it. 7-Eleven.
What?
Meals from 7-Eleven. Yeah, their meals in 7-Eleven is healthy as fuck. Like you wouldn't believe it. They got 7-Elevens in there on every block out there.
That's cool. Okay, 7-Eleven. See, they always ahead of shit. This is why we don't get nowhere in America.
Right. Exactly.
That's why we don't get nowhere. That's why we don't get nowhere. Okay. Well, I would definitely, love to see you come to Chicago. Definitely Atlanta. That's another amazing place for music and just creators, black creators as well. So that would be super dope for sure. Super dope.
Oh yeah,
Now, we get into the fall season. The year is almost over. So, I mean, do you have any like major projects or something that you plan to release before the end of the year?
yeah. Well, the project that I dropped on on my born day last month is called Bodhisattva. So that's out now. I think it should be on all the streaming and everything by now too, but it's definitely on my website, themarkabuddha.net. I dropped it in a way I don't think no other artists really pursued this method, but basically the album, whenever somebody like say like you want to break bread with the hip hop ninja, right? You go to themarkabuddha.net and there's a page on there where you can sign up to become an affiliate to share the beats that's on that project or pretty much the whole project itself. So you get a link and you like the music and you know somebody else that might like the music, you send it to them and they like it, they go and buy the album with your link, you will get a commission off of that purchase, like a percentage off of the purchase. So that's my way of like, breaking bread with the people that really support, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, just doing it in a different way, like, you know what I'm saying, giving back, not just with the music, but with, you know what I'm saying, change with somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I definitely like that. Super dope. I like that. So will there be more coming now?
Yeah. My
Mhm.
other alias, which is sub-versatile or sub-versatile, however you want to pronounce it. I got a project with my homegirl, Rema Hassanwi. She's a dope jazz pianist and just musician overall. We got this project together called Inward Paradise. So now this project is more so on my electronic and experimental side of music, which is like, electronic dance music and just ambient music. Is real like it's really to invoke, inner stillness of the mind and peace of mind and just that warm, it's just calm you down for real. So that's why hence the title Inward Paradise. So that's coming
Nice.
hopefully by the end of this year. But if the release is postponed for any reason, then it'll definitely be early next year in 2023. So be on the lookout for that as well.
Nice. Okay, we're gonna be on the lookout. We're gonna be on the lookout for that. Okay. I like that for sure. I definitely love the way that you describe your music. I feel like it's something that you take your time creating, which makes it more impactful. So I definitely want to, mention that as well. I think that you just have a certain, essence about yourself and it kind of comes off, I feel like, in your sound and the beats and everything too. So it's enticing. Make sure that you guys tap in with him. Okay. I do have his information scrolling on the bottom of the screen. So definitely make sure that you guys tap in with him for sure. Definitely make sure that you do that. No, but I'm looking forward to some other things that you'll have going on. Will there be some visuals we're gonna get from you? Some videos possibly?
Oh yeah, definitely. The videos, that's more along the lines of the NFTs. So like there's a whole nother
Okay.
aspect of of my operations too. I have a partnership company with my boy. It's called RVA NFTs. So basically, all my music, like we converted into like the metaverse, like the digital space. So you can actually experience the sound and the visuals within the VR headsets and augmented reality that we create. Yeah, so it'd be a purchase. Like every song could be like a purchasable NFT and experience in VR.
Nice. And NFTs are definitely still a popular thing right now. I tried to learn. I didn't
Mhm.
get, too in depth, but I definitely see a lot of people using this currency, exchanging and stuff, putting stock into it. So that's dope. I think that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we still at the very early stages at it, but in the coming years, yeah, it's definitely going to be a more commonplace thing.
Nice. Okay. I like that. Now I know you mentioned, kind of more, indie artists and you mentioned a few, bigger artists too. But is there anybody that you really, really hope to collab with or want to collab with soon?
Hmm. It might be a few local cats that I want to, but it's also I'm thinking there's so many artists.
It
Just
is. It's a lot.
this oh yeah, this cat I'm bumping now. His name AK the Savior. I really fuck with him. I fuck with that brother. He got a really good message and like he keep his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's street and spiritual, so I can really relate to that shit. Like I like to collaborate with him and a
Is he
few other.
Virginia? Is he from Virginia?
Nah, he from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? Okay. Okay. AK the Savior. Okay.
That's what I've been bumping lately when it comes to the rap. But yeah, just anybody that's really got a meaning or message in their music, I'm down to collaborate for real because I'm licensing my beats out and everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a dope artist, that of course like you nice with the pen too. Obviously, like, that's a requirement. I got other legends and shit on these productions. You know what I mean? But yeah, like if you got a message and you want to build, like I'm all about that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Okay. And then so what? They just visit your website. They can purchase some bees. They can, message you. They can get
Yeah,
at you.
everything on the website, themargabuddha.net, got the contact form, everything. It has a list of all the different inquiries that you can select from. Like if you're trying to get beat, trying to get graphic design logo or NFT creation services, whatever you need. Like, yeah, I'm
Okay.
offering engineering, all that. Yeah,
Nice. Okay. One stop shop. One stop shop.
yeah, exactly.
Now, where are we going to see the mark of Buddha in the next 5 years?
Japan.
You say, I'm going back.
That's my second home. So the love I got out there was crazy. I'm talking about that shit was crazy.
What would you live there? Would you move there?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't stay there. I don't know forever type shit. Like I gotta stay here with the family primarily. But yeah, I definitely go back. I definitely like stay out there like for like a couple of years type shit. You know what I mean? Definitely like
That's
you know what I'm saying build out there because I got homies that do music out there too. They pretty big over there. So yeah.
that's dope. I think that's super dope. You need to definitely make like a video or some type of diary or something in Japan if you go. That would be dope too.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm glad you said that. Hell yeah.
That would be dope. That would be dope. So, give us a piece of advice, for anybody that's aspiring to, get into producing, audio engineering, even cartoon, drawing. What is a piece of advice you could give somebody?
My advice would be to be patient with yourself, to not doubt your own potential, and to be consistent and stay true to what it is you truly desire from your heart's core because you can be deterred from life and obstacles and people's opinions, but at the end of the day, if you stop, your dream stops. So if you don't stop, it's gonna happen. Like it's an inevitability. It's gonna happen. So just stay true to what it is you committed to, and you will get it. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely, y'all. Stay committed. Stay committed to your shit. Okay, stay committed. I love that. Absolutely, I love that. Perseverance is a motherfucker. Learn it, love it. It's gonna get you in a lot of doors. Okay, it's gonna get you a lot of doors. But no, I appreciate you, for coming on Pillow Talk. I'm happy we were finally able to chop it up. I'm sorry about the beginning. I don't know what was going on with the internet, but it's
That's
still a
all
lot
good.
of good sound gems that came through. We still rocked it out. We got a good 35 minutes, of good content right there.
I appreciate you for having me on again, Queen. You know what I'm saying? Definitely be back probably next time. Actually be there. You know what I mean? Chop it up in the live physical.
Yes, please come on through to the Purple Room. And if you're ever interested in, performing this way or anything like that, definitely contact me. I would love to, be in a creative space with you, kind of see how you bring some things to life. I think that would be dope.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yes. Now I do have your website scrolling, on the bottom of the screen and your IG, but of course, is there anywhere else you would like for people to tap in with you?
Um, yeah, my online mystery school, schoolofinsight.com. Like I got a lot of like knowledge and wisdom on there, like books that I've actually wrote. So you could tap in there, different content as well, like videos that I made, just going into the essence of life, the mind, the spirituality, consciousness, all that in very great detail. So you want to learn how to cultivate your mind in a way where you are not experiencing unnecessary suffering and anxiety and just different troubling thoughts that make you discomfortable or disrupt your vibration. You can tap in at the school of no it's schoolofinsight.com, at the schoolofinsight.com. A lot of material on there, like years worth of material that I put on
Nice. Okay. Definitely make sure y'all tap in. What's the website one more time?
there. Schoolofinsight.com.
Yes. Okay,
SCHOOLOFINS.
definitely. I like that information. We definitely got to tap in with that. I love that. Definitely. Y'all, we got Mark of Buddha that slid through with us today on Pillow Talk Podcast. Definitely excited to have you on here. Appreciate you for sure. Make sure that you guys subscribe to Pillow Talk Podcast, streaming on all major platforms. Y'all already know. And make sure that you guys tap in with him, okay? IG scrolling on the bottom of the page as well as his website. So thank you again. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Queen.
Thank you. Of course. As always, sending love and light to all y'all on this day, man. Pillow Talk